The soul that's in the level of Madriga Rishona, no effort. That's how it's going to be when Mashiach is going to come. We are going to just do the mitzvot. It's going to be like a blink of an eye. There's not going to be any effort here. Now you need to dig in your own heart, mind, and soul. What are the mitzvot that you need a lot of effort to do? So I'll give you an example. One man wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, prays shacharit in Netz, and puts tefillin on, and it's the easiest thing for him. He loves it. He cannot function without the first hour of the day. Another man on the other side of the world puts tefillin on, you know when? Now. You see, when the sun goes down, you have another 8 minutes to put tefillin on. Now he puts the tefillin. Why? Why for him it's not an effort, and for him it is an effort? And now you take the exact same two people. The one that prays in the morning, if somebody comes to him and asks for $1, he won't get nothing out of him. Cheap like this. But he prays at 6 o'clock in the morning. The other guy puts tefillin on a minute before sundowns. He's the most kind, charitable person. Anyone who will come up to him, he'll help him. So he's strong with the tefillin, bad with the charitable acts. He's weak with the tefillin, good with the charitable acts. So we all have my challenge. I know the mitzvot that I do with my eyes closed, no problem. I know them. I don't even have to write them down. I know them off by heart. I memorize them. I also have a list on the other side of all the mitzvot that require a lot of effort, and they are ordered by how much effort is required. I know, I'm talking about myself. I should know after 20 years. I have an organized list by difficulty. I know the most difficult mitzvah for me, what it's the most difficult for me, and how much effort needs to go there. Why that mitzvah? I don't know. I don't ask any questions. I know for a fact that mitzvah, with no doubt, I did not master in any other incarnations. This is the lifetime that I need to do it. That's why this mitzvah comes with the most difficulties, the most challenges, the most yetzer hara, and it's the hardest for me to do. But that's the mitzvah. I need to put all my effort to. Now, I like going to the source. Like when we learn Tomer Dvorah and Sharei Kedusha, I always tell you, don't go to the midot. Go to the top midah. Either Geava or Anava. Don't work on the midot in the middle. It's not the right advice because one should work on one midah at a time. But the smart advice is if I have an issue with anger, and if I have an issue with patience, and if I have an issue that I'm judgmental, and I'm quick to anger, and that's my department, then why should I work on my anger? I should go work on my Geava. Because the Geava is the attribute that will birth anger. So why should I go work on the anger? Go work on your Geava. And you get the idea. Same thing here. If there's a mitzvah that is the most hard for me to do, I already understood that if it's the most hard for me to do, A, I never achieved this mitzvah in the eyes of God. B, I never did it. C, that's the key. Because if I put all my effort to that mitzvah and I'm able to crack the barrier, that's what's going to pour on me the energy, the shepherd, called it however you want, to be effortless in all the rest of the stuff. Because if this is hard and I mastered it, the easy or the hard will be much easier. So you attack the most, but that needs effort. Why is that important for us to review this? For you to understand that there's nothing wrong with you when your effort doesn't bring fruit. It's because the effort is very, very hard. And it has nothing to do with you per se. I'll give you an easy example. I have very fast metabolism. Okay? My body. I can eat from morning to night, and Baruch Hashem, you won't see fat on me. Thank God. Baruch Hashem, I'm very grateful for my physique. If I have to lose weight, if I will gain weight, it will take me 2-3 days to adjust my diet, and that's it. Some people, the metabolism doesn't work the same way. They'll have one cookie, and that's it. You can't lose that weight. Now, for me to lose weight is effortless. For that person to lose weight has a lot of effort. And that person, there's another person to lose weight has 10 times more than the person I'm talking about. It goes in levels. So, and I'm giving you an example with losing weight. I gave you now an example if I'm now full of anger. I have an anger issue, okay? Let's say I have an anger issue. I get angry all the time. And I'm impatient. And I lose my temper like that. And I'm judgmental. It's all the same chavila, same junk. And I go to psychiatrists and whoever to try to control my anger. The anger comes because my ego was affected. My ge'ava was stepped on, one way or another, so it birthed anger. So if I go to work on my ge'ava, maybe for me the effort is challenging and it will take me hours and hours and days of effort to work on my pride, where another person doesn't have to. But when I have to put a lot of effort to summarize what I'm saying, it's not because you're not doing it right, or Hashem is not listening to your prayers, or Hashem doesn't like me, and all sorts of comments that people tell me. It's because in this specific hill, my accent is bad, in this specific hill, H-I-L-L, hill, right? Not heel on the leg. In this hill, it's very steep. That's it. Well, every hill you go up to, it's the same intensity? No. I live here in the corner. I see the people who come up the hill. This is the biggest hill. With the tongues out, people sitting. There's benches next to our house. People sit there because the hill is like that. You don't run up that hill so easy. You need a lot of effort. If you go to another hill, it's not the same effort. It's the same thing here. It's exactly the same thing here. He's just clarifying the so to say, the level of your neshama. Conclusion you need to take from that is there are going to be mitzvot that are effortless for you. Good. Mark them in V and continue doing them as much as you can because it's effortless. But there will be a scale of mitzvot or a range of mitzvot with a different scale of intensity of how much effort you need to put there. It's the basic way of looking of how much effort I need to put in whatever mitzvah. And I'm specifically saying mitzvah, a commandment. Because not to get angry or not to lie, not to be judgmental falls all under this. I'm not talking about tefillin or challah or Shabbat per se. I'm talking about a mitzvah, something the Torah commands you to do. The Torah commands you not to be pursuing revenge. How many times you pursue revenge? He did this to me, I'll do that back to them. He blocked me, I'll do this. Now in your mind, okay, what's the big deal? It's not a big thing. We're not allowed to revenge in the Torah. It's a prohibition. So the Kadosh Baruch Hu will put situations in my life. I have to figure out how much effort needs to go to that specific mitzvah or act, call it however you want. A, the intensity of the effort will tell me where I'm holding. B, the intensity of my effort will actually bring me to a higher place that everything that came with an effort will be less effort. Simple. You want to get to a point that serving Hashem is not effortless because it's a routine. That's what happens to a lot of people. It's like a machine. You want to get to a point that your mitzvot are effortless because you put a lot of effort in things that are hard for you. Not because it's a routine. And eventually you become a servant of God that it's like a tzaddik. Perfect. Everything is perfect. I look at myself how I do certain things and I criticize myself where I do things not so perfect. Not to put me down, rather than I'll have some type of an understanding, this mitzvah I didn't do perfect. It needs to be polished. An example, and again, I'm using my examples, you have to take it to your domain. When a man puts tefillin on, the tefillin on the hand cannot touch each other. If you put it fast, Here, and you have to look at my angle, okay? Also women should look at it. It doesn't make any difference. If you look from here, the lines can be separate. Turn your hand like that, you'll see the lines are not the same. Why? Because you go fast. The retzuot, the straps cannot touch themselves. I believe it was Rab Chia, I don't remember. There's a certain Amora that fasted, I think 400 times, because the strap of the tefillin was bent a little bit and touched the other one. I don't remember the sage. It doesn't matter. The point is that to some men, they put the tefillin on. If it's like this, like that, aimed here, no big deal. But you know, the box of the tefillin, when your hand is loose, has to aim your heart. So if you don't put it right, then it will aim here, or the tefillin on the head will go here, or will go there. We're talking about millimeters here. And it might look neurotic to fix it. But that's how it needs to be done. So could be that a man puts tefillin for 10, 20 years, and he's not like doing it perfectly right. That's a problem in itself. But when you start taking it to the next level, you start refining little things, and then the mitzvah is done the right way, which eventually will become effortless. When Mashiach is going to come, we're going to do all the mitzvot. It's just going to be like, no effort. It's going to be done, like the easiest, funnest thing for you to do. And the reality is that a minority of people that they love doing all the mitzvot and they're immersed in their prayers and everything. The majority of observant people are busy with life problems and challenges, and the mitzvot are done. You kind of squeeze it into your life. That's the reality. Very few people, I see them like meditating on every bracha they're about to say, and it's done with great joy and happiness, and half the ones who do it, you see how fake it is. They're just doing it fake to pretend they're so holy. The bottom line to take from that is the further away you get from the original neshama, everything will come with greater effort. So, next time you are faced with the requirement of putting effort to the mitzvah, a few months ago when this war broke out, then my wife took on herself a certain mitzvah to read a whole book of Tehillim every Shabbat. First 3 Shabbatot went very easy. Not easy. It can take a person 3-4 hours. A lot of dedication. But the first few Shabbatot, it came much easier. 4th Shabbat, 5th Shabbat, it's already harder. Suddenly you don't read the whole book in one shot. You read a little bit Friday night, a little bit Saturday morning, a little bit Saturday afternoon. Suddenly you don't finish the whole book. You only read 120 chapters, which your Yetzer Hara tells you, 120 chapters? Who reads 120 chapters of Tehillim? What are you, out of your mind? Look what you... But really the decision was to read the whole book, 150. Why are you cutting short? Why are you giving a discount? So, not that I'm chas v'shalom criticizing my wife. I'm shocked every Shabbat that she finishes. I'm giving you an example how in the beginning, went like that. A month or two into it, it's already like an old car that it's hard to start. So, many times you get to this situation and this coughing, I call it like the coughing, like a car that barely starts. And you know when it happens? It happens after Rosh Hashanah, lehavdil elef havdalot, not to compare. Now, New Year's, all the non-Jews, what they say, your New Year's resolution. That's when it happens. You have a decision, a resolution, a hachlata. You go well for 2-3 weeks, and then it starts fading away. Why? Because you started meeting effort. It required effort. So the first few times, okay, you were excited. The other times, you're not excited anymore. You're doing it because you already took on yourself, or you decided, or you have to. Then it will come with great effort. The point to take from that is to understand is that the effort is what creates the result. no effort, won't be any results. The actual effort that you put, that's what's going to birth the result. Proof to that, go to the best gym in your neighborhood. Sit on the bench with the most gorgeous outfit you found in Nike or Adidas. But you just sit on the bench and you don't do nothing. You leave the gym after an hour. Something happened? Whoa, what do you mean no? You just paid $300 a month to the best gym in the neighborhood. And you have flat screen TVs everywhere, music, and all the beautiful women and men there. Why nothing happened? Because you didn't do anything. But I came to the gym and I paid. That effort is not enough. That effort doesn't do anything. You need to actually move and push and pull and sweat and have pain, then you'll gain something. That's it. Our limited mind tells you the effort that you did is enough. You paid the subscription and you came to the gym. And then you wonder why nothing works. Because you didn't do any effort. Oh, of course I did effort. No, you didn't do the right effort. The effort that you did is meaningless. The effort that needs to be done in the gym to receive results is to move and to push and to sweat. Then you'll get results. So the Yetzer Hara is master of coming and telling you, you did the effort. That's it. You don't need to do anything. So let me tell you, effort comes with a lot of kvetch. If it doesn't come with a kvetch, there's no effort there. Kvetch means that it's hard. The harder it is, the more you'll get out. The harder you'll push in your effort, the more you'll receive as results. Very simple. And he's now telling me that based on the root of my neshama, how far back I go and where is my lineage. Because he says, even though these neshamot are one level under Cain in heaven, should be like, yeah, but it's second level. It's not first level. Second level, it will come an effort. That's how it works. So when life becomes a little bit harder, just to understand that the effort is the fuel to the result that you're looking to get.